All right, school administrators and staff, here's a video part of Teachers First where I talk about the power and capabilities of firearms because to understand your threat and what you're up against is really important for your own survival during an active shooter incident. Now you're going to hear me say the word cover throughout the rest of this video series at certain points, right? So what cover is hiding behind something or getting behind something that is thick enough and hard enough to be able to stop the penetrating power of a bullet. So think of a tree, think of an engine block in a car, think of a big wall, anything that's thick enough or hard enough to be able to stop that penetrating gunfire. And concealment is anything you can hide behind that'll stop you from the view or being seen by that attacker. It doesn't stop gunfire. Doesn't stop anything really. It doesn't provide any protection. It just protects you from the view of that person. Now I touched on it earlier, but the weapon system that an active shooter chooses is based upon availability, functionality, capabilities, concealability. All these factors play a role in what determines what weapon systems that active shooter is going to use. Now we're going to see a short video on the power of the shotgun, and you'll see that how powerful a shotgun is. But like I mentioned before, the limitations with a shotgun are simply the ammunition capacity of it. That's basically it, and the concealability of it, because shotguns generally are larger. I mean, you can get smaller shotguns that are cut down the size, but generally they're larger. I really want to drive this home. This is very important. If you're at school, if you're at a restaurant, you're at the mall, you're anywhere out in public, and it's not 4th of July, and you hear what sounds like fireworks, I want you to automatically assume and expect it to be gunfire. Now, since you work in a building, and depending on how the structure of your building is, if you have high ceilings or multiple hallways and long hallways, the gunfire inside that building is going to sound different than outside, like the gunfire we just heard. So let's go ahead and listen to the sound of gunfire inside of a building so you can kind of get an idea of what that sounds like and how confusing it can be when you hear the echoes and you're not really sure on where that gunfire is coming from, especially if it's not being directly targeted at you.